Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time for the main event. Barrera versus Morales versus Hernandez. Barring the unexpected, these pugilists are not going to box for 12 rounds. They're not going to try any fancy stuff. These warriors are not going to hold. All they're going to do is punch, especially Hernandez.
Yes, a lot of intensity in Hernandez's face. Oh, he's going to come after him. He ain't going to waste no time, Mario.
When we asked Amilcar Brusa what is the game plan, he said, it's logic. We're going to go out there, out-hustle, attack, and put the pressure on El Terrible.
Yeah, Hernandez needs to constantly outwork El Terrible without getting hit. Just take no rounds off. Fight, fight, fight.
And it might come down to who wants it the most. It often does. Hernandez has been waiting a long time, while Morales has been sleeping in those silk pajamas for over 7 years now. Does he still have it in him? Has he been affected at all by those wars that he had against Barrera? So far, the answer has been no. Using his smarts and his experience at this point to try to keep Famoso away.
Yeah, right away we see Morales using his uppercuts. Very key punch. Of course, you see famous Hernandez coming in. He's going to try to catch him coming in with the uppercut.
And just like Marquez, Morales trained in Toluca. However, he went to the famous Otomi Center where Julio Cesar Chavez and Mago Gonzalez and all the rest of the great Mexican fighters have made it a point to train there, high altitude. Famoso, on the other hand, also going to the mountains in Southern California at Big Bear. Hernandez wasting no time, trying to reduce that distance, trying to get right up close. And there is Erik counter-punching, and there's a left hook over the top, hitting the top of the head by Famoso, trying to put Erik against the ropes. That he does, and Famoso almost goes flying through the ropes right in front of us. This is what Famoso wanted. He says, I want to turn this fight into a street brawl, up close. Nothing too flashy, just a lot of hurt. 10 seconds left in this first round, and there is Erik throwing a left and right combo. As they now retreat to the corner, Erik Morales with a last-second punch that drops El Famoso Hernandez. Of course, it's not gonna count. You got to move laterally a little bit more. And the left so that you can eliminate his right as much as possible. Whenever you want, okay, but you have to be much more constant. He's not going to last. Okay, he's putting the chin right in front of you. Very end, this is how it ends. You hear the bell, and there's that,
well, he was
maybe that late right hand.
Yeah, he was out of balance too, rushing in.
Well, Morales said, I'm going to box as much as possible, but there's going to come a time when I'm going to be willing to meet him there, to trade punches, because I need to prove who is the tougher fighter, who's the real man in the ring.
I think he already proved it in that first round.
Oh,
Mario.
yeah,
he looks stronger.
The way he ended
looks the guy, he has the more power in his punches. Definitely got.
And he's got the reach advantage right there when they were both trying to exchange that, that jab. And there it is. Slamming it right into Hernandez's face. Then he goes with the punches with that upper trajectory. Punishing the body, then the head. And look at this. Morales saying, "You can't touch me."
Oh, he's really putting a lot of punishment now.
Sustained lack of
Hernandez
respect.
Putting his hands down, doing the same thing Morales was doing.
Well, Carlos trying to prove that he's just as tough, just as durable. And let's see who's the man that ends up standing. Few people think this will go the distance. And by the way they're punishing each other in the first 3.5, 4.5 minutes of action, that might be the direction this fight is going in.
I don't know, Mario. A smart fighter doesn't put his hands down like that.
Are you talking about Erik or are you talking about Carlos?
Both of them. If they were smart, they wouldn't want to take a risk like that.
These are some dumb, good boxers up there. Nice right by Morales. Famoso
Hernandez.
inching his way, pushing against the ropes. There's a counter. A left that slams Hernandez's head. That jab is working wonders for Erik Morales.
Yeah, Morales needs to create some room in there because Hernandez is going to try to smother.
You mean like that?
When they're in the inside, he needs to try to create some room by giving them angles.
All
or
right,
just
no
pushing
room.
them.
How about the uppercut?
That's the kind of room he needs to create.
But Hernandez comes in always with his head down, and the way to bring him back up is exactly how you saw uppercuts. Punishing the body. He may not have much in the terms or in the department of skills, but he's got a heart. And here is Erik trying to pummel Hernandez, who's a very willing opponent, and that's the way the second round ends. Explosive action.
Listen to me. You work hard in here.
Did you feel anything?
You work smart in here. You hear me? Listen, you got to keep working off that jab, son. You get some Vaseline on his face here.
It's just for right now.
I know. Listen to me. You have to keep working that jab. You hear me? When you're closing the gap, Carlos, when you're closing the gap, you got to touch this man.
Yeah.
Touch this man. Keep your punches short.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't play into his game, Carlos.
Okay.
Keep your...
You will see Carlos Famous Hernandez missing there, but Morales counter punching, catching him with them uppercuts coming in.
And the hands going down, like you said.
Yeah. Good body shots there by Morales.
My
Another
goodness.
good round for Morales. But we see the heart.
Well, talk about finding the opportunity or waiting for that moment when things open up. He's done that so
Yes.
far. Hernandez, according to Morales, has way too many defects. Would you agree with that?
Well, up until now, I mean, he is getting caught with them uppercuts coming in. Morales is just being very patient and countering off of that. Creating room in the inside, giving him angles. But as you see, Hernandez keeps coming.
And keeps throwing punches. Not slowing down yet. He's right on top of him. He could fight this fight inside of a small Volkswagen Bug. And there's the fight that Hernandez wants. Inside action. Toe to toe.
Up until
Head
now,
to head.
Up until now, Morales' punches really haven't hurt Hernandez because he keeps coming. He hasn't really earned the respect. But I believe as the rounds go, and if he keeps getting that kind of punishment, we're gonna see Hernandez die down.
He's just waiting. Headhunting at this point, waiting for the openings as we saw in the replays of the previous round, like right there. When the guard drops, he'll slip in the punch. And look at, he's getting those power punches ready. 3-4 punch combo by Hernandez.
And that's what he needs to do, Mario. Short, sharp punches, very short punches and bunches.
Yeah, trying to impose his will. Trying to break down Morales.
Right now, Hernandez needs to just keep on top of him, Mario. He can't let him think.
Nice left hook by Famoso. As we approach the end of the round, Famoso trying to steal it, throwing some heavy punches. And that's the way round number 3 comes to an end.
Deep breath. Good. Escúchame. Okay. Cubrir, okay. Por favor.
Listen to me, cover yourself.
Hacer cintura y cubrir.
Move your waist and cover yourself.
Cuando trabaje usted, jefe.
You gotta work.
Está bien lo que está haciendo, pero cubrir.
You're doing fine, but you gotta cover up. You gotta protect yourself. Move your head up and down.
Inside. Keep the hands up. Move your head. Carlos, when you're throwing your combinations, it's good. You gotta work off your jab, and you gotta throw combinations, son. Carlos, when you're inside, you can't stand.
Is he doing that, Raul?
Here's Morales. Good shots, good accurate shots there by Morales. But Hernandez showing the heart of a champion. Coming back there with 2 good shots. He's making this fight a war. Maybe not doing enough to win, but he's got to just keep on him. He can't afford to let Morales rest. He's got to tire him.
Morales coming in as a 4-1 favorite. Hernandez not believing that, but you've got Morales ahead up now by 3 rounds.
Yeah, Morales won every round in my scorecard.
Hernandez has faced other tough champions as well. He fought against Genaro Hernandez. He fought against Floyd Mayweather Jr. And there's Vic Draculich. And Hernandez is getting visibly upset as there appears to be now a cut on Erik's face. Dr. Margaret Goodman goes in there to make sure everything is okay. What's Famoso's beef, Raul?
Well, I think he was mad that he was complaining because Erik Morales was complaining about his head. But hey, he's got to do what he's got to do to try to win this fight. He's got to work himself inside. And that's what he's doing. That's his game plan.
But you know what?
Give him a lot of awkward head movement and come in. And sometimes you're going to bang heads in there. I mean, when you got a tall guy like Morales, then a shorter guy like famous Hernandez, and the way Hernandez is coming in, sooner or later, they're going to butt heads.
Yeah, and it could be legitimate. You see the blood flowing now, trickling down from Morales' left eyebrow.
And Morales needs to use his reach advantage, you know, use the jab, keep him at bay, create room like he is doing right there. Always give him some kind of angles where he's turning him, but at the same time he's punching up and catching him with good shots.
And now it's getting messier.
He needs to get out of there. If he doesn't want to get headbutted, Morales needs to get out of that position. And when he backs up straight, he drops his left hand, and that's when famous Hernandez is able to catch him with the overhand right.
And there he is, trying to take advantage of Morales just lying there, resting on the ropes.
I think Hernandez Morales is doing too much complaining in this round. Forget about complaining. Let the referee take care of the fight and let him do the fighting.
And maybe he heard the complaints that were expressed by the Hernandez team. They didn't want Vic Draculich. They weren't pleased when they heard that he was going to be in charge of this fight. They said that when Hernandez fought against Aron Zárate, he didn't let him fight his game inside. So it was voiced, no changes, of course. But, well, maybe they're trying to make that point. Let us fight. Don't let Morales get into your head.
And that's Hernandez's fight. As you see, this is a much better round for him, perhaps because El Terrible was basically complaining all the round.
He's got to out-hustle Morales, and I think he did that in this round, Owen.
Yes, he did.
He's throwing elbows, and he's using the head, so you know that you can hit him at will. He's too awkward when he's trying to come in. So go for the body. He's being very, very dirty. I told you about that. He's using his head. So try to counter from the outside. Okay, please give him angles and throw that right. I think Hernandez has been called a tough, aggressive fighter, but never dirty.
That's just his style of fighting. I mean, he comes in like that.
Comes in with his head first.
And this last round, his defense was a lot better. He was doing a lot of head movement, keeping his hands up. And he's right back on him.
There's that constant pressure.
Yes. And that's frustrating to a fighter. Believe me, when a guy comes at you, it's very frustrating. Especially when you're a tall fighter, you fight a shorter fighter. I never used to like to fight a fighter that was shorter than me. It's just very awkward, especially when he's coming with you with that kind of pressure that Famous has tonight.
And Morales knew this could happen. He says when you fight against someone like him who is kind of awkward and aggressive, he can make a very easy fighter. He can make it very difficult. And that's what's happening tonight. Every time he wants to obtain that distance that makes him feel comfortable, he has it right in front of him.
I believe so. I think...
all right, there it is. Nice left.
Good combinations that needs to move. Just get out of there. You don't want to stay in the inside with Hernandez. It's too early in the fight. Tire him out. Let him get tired. Punish him. Throw combinations from different angles. Good shots, body shots, wear him down. And then maybe in the later rounds, then you stand toe-to-toe with him and try to see where he's at. If he's not in good condition, then he'll be able to put more hurt on him.
Nice uppercut.
That was
as he was backing up. He knows that he can punch on the way back. Hernandez, on the other hand, has one direction, and every chance he's going to get to put the hurt on Terrible, he's going to do that. Draculich saying, hey, when I say break, no more punching there. Side of the body. Morales is not moving. I think he was looking in the direction of Draculich again, saying, hey, what is this? Hey, Hopkins has said it over and over again. Everything is valid inside the ring as long as the ref doesn't catch you.
You're right. You're right. He's absolutely right.
There's that quick right, trying to keep him at bay, trying to maintain his distance. And there's Hernandez with that look in his eye saying, I'm coming right at you. No way you can stop me.
Still, the pressure is not the same like the other rounds, and he's getting hit too much. He's opening up too much, and Morales is being able to catch him and counter with his big shots.
And that makes it 5.
Carlos, listen, quit wading in. You're starting off good, and then you're getting in the wading in trying to throw one shot at a time. Stop that. Carlos, stop that. Listen to me. You have to keep your combinations going. You cannot walk in with nothing, son. Let your hands go. escúchame, está trabajando bien, pero tiene que tener un poquitito más de precaución con la cintura. Okay. Mueve más la cintura, mueve más la cabeza.
You gotta keep moving that. You gotta keep moving your head and your waist in a rhythmic fashion. Who gets the best of
There's a
the
mistake
other
that
right now?
Hernandez is making, getting caught there with them Morales uppercuts. Here we see another one. Solid uppercut there. Catching him coming in. And that could be dangerous, Mario, in the later rounds.
All right, this is the 6th chapter of a fight scheduled for 12 rounds. Unification of the super welterweight title at 130 pounds. Morales ahead, Raul.
Yes, I got Morales ahead, 49-46. Back on his toes, using his reach. Let the referee break you up in the inside and go back to your jab. Keep him at bay. Because Hernandez is like a fly. Can't get him off of you.
And he should be more like a locomotive, like a bulldozer, but he's got, as his corner said, he's got to attack. He can't just come in throwing single punches.
Well, that and his punches are not really hard. No, they're not hurting Morales. If they had some kind of power in them, maybe it'll be different, but it's not enough to give Morales his respect. And you see Morales being more patient now.
And also very difficult to keep that kind of rhythm, that kind of pace throughout the entire fight. So maybe he's gonna have to catch the second air here.
It's time for the second win now. Morales not wasting any punches, Mario. Every shot, he makes it count.
Typically a very effective fighter.
And famous, he's just basically throwing, whatever he lands is good for him, but not wasting a lot of energy when he misses with the punches.
It's not about accuracy, it's just about landing something. Quite the opposite with Erik.
Good little spin there by Erik. That's what he needs to do.
2 left hooks that hit the side of the arm and the glove of Morales.
A lot of movement with Hernandez. He gives him a lot of problem. You see when Morales moves, that's when he can't find him. Gives him a lot of problems.
Things slowing down a little bit. The crowd trying to get into this fight. Chanting Mexico, Mexico, and boy, what a tremendous uppercut. That just snapped Hernandez's head.
It's gonna be tough to knock down Hernandez because he's a tough guy. He's in great condition. Takes a good punch.
Never been knocked out.
And
the
never
3
been knocked
losses
down,
have been by unanimous decisions.
Yes.
Mayweather, Hernandez, and also against Aaron Zarate. He's got the endurance, that's for sure.
Su plan es terminar la pelea, pero con faules, te va a minar con los golpes en el riñón.
Be careful because he's setting you up with those fouls and trying to hit you in the kidneys.
Ya, por favor, haz lo tuyo, lo sea. Baja más, baja más tu cabeza. Hazlo caminar, hazlo pásalo nada más.
All right, you got to lower your head just a little bit. You're too upright.
Golpes prohibidos, no tiene ninguna capacidad boxística.
Take a look at the uppercut, Raul.
There it is. Well, that uppercut has been finding his mark. Every time he shoots that uppercut, there's a counter. Bam. Very accurate.
Waiting for that opening.
Yes. Hernandez coming in with an overhand right, and Morales countering. I'll tell you, when you get caught with them kind of solid shots at this stage of the fight, I mean, that takes a lot out of you. It's discouraging.
Right. We're now in the second half of this fight, scheduled for 12. How do you have it so far, Raul?
59-55 for Erik El Terrible Morales. Fighting very smart now.
Oh! Hernandez goes on the offensive. Maybe this is his second win, but Morales says, oh, I got plenty of juice myself. Let's go at it. Now it's Hernandez who's against the ropes.
Morales
Now
is
he's
really
got
trying
him as
to,
a stationary target.
He's really trying to punish him in this round. Like I said, Famous is tough. He's a tough guy.
Morales only the second Mexican fighter to win titles in 3 weight classes. Julio Cesar Chavez was the other one. This is his 3rd weight division title. Former super bantamweight, former featherweight, and now ruling at 130 pounds. Who else is out there for him, Raul?
There's other fighters at 130. I mean, he's trying to unify this title. You got the other champion.
We got Anchondo, who you've seen on
Anchondo,
HBO Latino several times.
Yeah, who just won that title. And then a step up at 135, you got Julio Diaz, Juan Diaz, Jose Luis Castillo at the 135-pound division.
And of course, he's got the option of fighting Manny Pacquiao, but that would have to be at 130. And there's a looping right punch that manages to catch Erik. And he decides to get out of trouble.
But as you see, every time you move up in weight, I mean, this is a guy that's been moving up from 118. It gets harder and harder, and you could tell his punches are not the same. His power is not the same.
Not as effective.
He's connecting with hard shots, but not doing enough. I mean, you haven't seen Hernandez hurt up until now. It's already the 7th round, and he really hasn't been hurt.
Yeah, Morales went the distance with Jesus Chavez. That's when he won the title. The eliminator against Guti Espadas was a little shorter, but the effect of your punches is not going to be
the same,
as effective as you decide to move up the ladder.
That's why he's got to use his intelligence, his boxing skills. And in the last couple of rounds, that's what he's been doing. Even though he might have taken off in this round, I think this is a better round for Famous.
And Famoso tries to do some damage at the very end.
Really like it. Okay. Do a deep breath.
Muy bien. Viene el 8º round, ¿no? 8º este. El 8º round te veo bien de aire.
Okay, you got a jab, but also slip the right in there. Left, and then the right to the chest or the body. Don't go against the ropes. And bring the head down once again. Is the order from the corner. As always, accompanied by his father, Jose Morales. Miguel Diaz also in Erik's corner. Erik doesn't like that.
No.
But hey, Draculich was on the other side. 68-65 road.
Yep, 68-65. I gave it that last round to Famous Hernandez. He was really
just based on energy,
energy and
intensity.
He was the aggressor in that fight. I mean, in this round, the last round. I mean, this guy's in good shape. As soon as the bell rang, he's right back on top of Morales. Must be really frustrating for Morales. Because Morales already hit him with his best shots. I mean, he actually tried to get him out of there a couple of times, and it didn't work for him. But at the same time, I don't think Famous has the power to hurt Morales, because I haven't seen Morales get hurt up until now.
Morales has been in this type of situation many times.
Good stiff jab by Morales. Makes it a lot more difficult for Famous to come in. He keeps a stiff jab on him. And a right hand lead.
And there's that jab. Also,
he's really working that jab this
nice
round.
little hook with the left.
The sneaky uppercut again. Sneaky left uppercut by Morales.
And he's trying to make him realize every time you come in, I'm going to be waiting for you. Trying to get out of there. With some good inside punching. They said avoid the ropes. That's exactly what he does. Now he's on his toes as much as possible. Erik boxing, outboxing Famoso.
Good straight body shot there. Confuse him, changing up his right hand lead to the head, to the body.
And then setting everything up real nicely with that left jab, Raul. And there goes that head again.
Good inside work there by.
And there's where Hernandez wants him. And he manages to throw a couple of lefts up to Morales' head.
Morales.
Here's a counter punching. Good series of nice blows by Erik and an excellent end to this 8th round.
Estás cayendo en las cuerdas, los pinches jueces hasta eso lo van a calificar. Hasta los cabezazos le van a calificar a los cabrones.
You got to be careful with the judges because even the headbutts are going to count in this fight. So get away from the ropes every time you can. Get away from those ropes. Give him some angles and then execute your game plan from there. Come on. Shift your body and slam him with the right. All right, well, I guess they're assuming that Erik is the visiting team tonight. He's fought many times here in Las Vegas. I guess they figure Carlos lives a little closer to Vegas.
Oh.
And Hernandez goes back.
He was a little bit off balance.
Yeah. Left and right. Solid shots to the head. Putting a lot more into his punches. Maybe Erik sensing something. Wanting to put an end to the fight. We're into the 9th round now. Maximum distance of 12 rounds. Catching the body there with the right is Hernandez. Trying to slip those punches, and he gets clobbered by a left hook.
Morales is setting him up for that uppercut. He hasn't thrown no uppercuts, only wide shots. Uppercut should be coming soon.
Left and right. All right, well, Hernandez still bringing up his hands quite well, trying to minimize the effect. Not there. Two short little lefts that got straight through. That's the uppercut you were talking about. Missed another one.
But he keeps coming. Hernandez keeps coming. I mean, both fighters are in excellent condition. The type of fight they've been fighting. I mean, must have had good training camps.
And Erik's about to lose that patch that he has on the back of his pants. Oh, those punches are really beating him up. They're unstitching Erik Morales. Oh, trying to hold him in place with his left, rabbit punching, holding him. Hitting the side of the body, the back of the head. Erik, patiently, intelligently waiting.
See, every time he gives him that little movement, Famous can't find him.
See what we got here.
Little lace, the tape on the glove.
A little tape. And Erik Morales,
he's tired.
Taking advantage of this. He goes to the neutral corner and he's sucking it up back there. Well, no one said it was going to be easy.
No.
He comes right back. Back inside, and Morales going to the outside. With his power punches, using his distance.
Throwing everything.
Left and right, slamming Hernandez back to his corner.
Now listen to me. You got caught with a right hand because you took a break. You cannot take a break when you're in close. Okay? All right. Take a deep breath.
No, he hasn't really, hit me hard. Move your head. Constant movement with the head. You're working him fine inside, but take a step backwards now and then. Take a look at that quick left.
There's that uppercut again. It was a little bit out of balance.
Yeah.
I was looking at, there's the uppercut again. I was looking at Famous Hernandez, his face. I mean, he looks unmarked. He's not a guy that marks very easy. While look at Morales, it looks like he's the one that's been receiving more punishment. Look at his face. But of course, you can't win a fight by judging
just by the
fighters.
Look of your face at the end of 12 rounds. But at this point, he's just trying to pick Hernandez apart. Going to the body there. Now he's got to move the head. Following instructions there. He's got to move backwards, moving his waist, moving the head.
I think El Terrible is finding out that this is a much tougher fight than what he expected. I mean, the way he was talking yesterday, I think he expected a much easier fight, but I'm sure he's going to give Famous Hernandez a lot of respect after this fight.
Yeah, he didn't think much of him.
I mean, the way he was talking, he was saying that
no skills.
Right.
He's just an aggressive fighter. No real game plan.
And he's already gone 10 rounds with him, so obviously there's some kind of skills there for Famous Hernandez. He's not champion for anything, I mean, he must have became a champion.
There's a reason behind every success story. And the way he was referring to this fight at times, Morales interpreted that as Hernandez just being happy to be here tonight, being comfortable with a decision, and he said he should worry more about winning. You kind of get that sense that he'd be satisfied with just ending this fight in a 12-round decision?
You've seen every round here with Famous Hernandez. He's really trying to win here. It's just that Morales is just a much better fighter, better skills. Yeah, overall, he's just better than Hernandez.
He's more gifted, athletically speaking.
Yes. But look at him go. He's still going.
And Hernandez just throwing some wild punches in there.
What a warrior.
Hernandez not as measured, not as patient as Erik as he gets out of the corner, slipping that punch and connecting with the left. Erik Morales proving why he is one of the top at this division, finishing the round up strong. Now we go into the championship rounds.
es suyo ahora. Ahora pídelo. Cuando estés pegando acá, haz un paso para atrás y volvemos. Que lo van a agarrar bien.
Again, when you're punching, take a step back and then attack again.
Este run 11. Tenemos que ganar este y el otro.
Okay, this round 11 now. You have to win as well as the last one.
And work behind the double check.
Morales
Flipping
again,
it, right?
punishing famous Hernandez. Oh, that was a good 1-2 there. Staggered Hernandez, but he keeps coming.
All right, Morales making the sign of the cross. This is championship territory right here. Hernandez said, I had 2 goals in mind, 2 dreams. One was to become a title holder. The other was to unify a weight class. So far, he's accomplished one of those dreams. Doesn't look likely that he'll accomplish the second one, Raul.
You can't accomplish everything in life,
Well,
especially
yeah,
in boxing. But he did accomplish to be Salvador's first world
Gotta be
champion.
proud, though, of what he's done.
And I mean, just by seeing this performance with one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, I think famous Hernandez is still going to be able to do some damage in this weight class, or maybe move up in class and fight some of the other champions.
You think he's got enough juice, though, enough power at 135?
No, because I don't even see him have power in this weight class. He doesn't have any problems making this weight. Maybe when Morales moves up, he could stay there and fight for a vacant title.
Now we see blood in Erik's right eye. Is that a cut? What is that? Let's see if we can get a closer look. Hard to see anything when they're locked up like that. Yeah, there's blood now trickling down. And here comes Margaret Goodman again to take a look at that.
It's a little cut. Not
Just
a big
little
cut. Just a little cut.
blood. Easy
Nothing
for
wrong
you
with
to
that.
say, Raul.
Nothing wrong with
Just
that.
a little cut.
I've seen bigger. I've had bigger.
All right, takes a special breed
Exactly.
to be in there. Careful with that rabbit punch. Here comes the warning. Morales sticking to that game plan. Don't get suckered into anything. Do it when you want. All right, well, we said it. Do you think it has a chance to become one of the best fights of the year so far? Or just outmatched?
I mean, Hernandez is making it an exciting fight because he's there. He's still taking the punishment, but I don't think it's, you know, as you see, I think Morales has been still winning the rounds with no problem. Another
3
round.
minutes left in this fight. Last break.
Okay.
Take off his glove if you want.
Okay. Este es el último round, viejo. That was better. But you have to ponerlo knockout, carajo. Apúrese nomás. Muy bien, está peleando muy bien.
Welcome, final round. Touch him up, Bill. No te lo digas, no por este round. Dame. ¿Por qué lo primero abajo? No tengo los cines arriba, es un burro, cabrón.
Come on, man, go down first.
Abajo. No fijas, tiene abajo, después.
You're getting caught up in going to the body. You got to go to the top, too. Well, if this is any manifestation of whether the public likes this fight or not. They just all stood up, giving these two fighters a standing ovation. Everyone's still up on their feet.
And both fighters giving each other a lot of respect at the beginning of the round. And now going at it.
Raul, 108.
108, 101.
In other words, there's no shot
And
at
they're both,
Hernandez winning a title here, or unifying, I should say, other than knocking him out.
they're both fighting this round like they need this round. The guy that really needs it is famous. Might not be enough.
Morales
It's
said,
probably not enough.
yeah, I don't think so. Morales said, I've been in the hunt too long. I'm not going to let him take my prey away. I want that trophy. He's got a record of 17-1, Terrible, in title fights. Carlos was 2-2.
A lot of people didn't give Famous no kind of chance. I mean, they thought this fight would end early. The guy's still here, showing a lot of heart and taking big punches here in the last round by Morales. He's not going down, Mario. He doesn't want to go down.
Maybe not giving him enough respect. They called Hernandez the Jake LaMotta of our time.
He proved it tonight.
And he was very proud to be compared to Jake LaMotta, saying, I hope I don't end up like him. I don't think he has to say I could have been a contender, because he's already a title holder. He might lose it tonight, but he should stand tall, stand proud.
Yes.
Slugging throughout almost 36 minutes of nonstop action. Erik Morales is simply too talented, too effective, too much of a good boxer.
Very skillful fighter. And that's what won him the fight. Because if he didn't have the smartness with the kind of style that Hernandez fights, I mean, it's hard to fight a guy like that. Get him off of you. You really got to be smart and know what to do with a fighter like Famous Hernandez.
Hernandez is not going to end this fight without throwing everything he has left. He opened his mouth, spitting blood, but also refusing to give up. And that's the end of 12 rounds. Hernandez being lifted up by his team. I think I heard Amilcar saying, Campeón, you are the champion.
Well,
Jim Strickland,
I don't know. We'll see.
giving props to Carlos. Well,
Oh, a lot of props.
It's unlikely. 118 to 110.
Yeah, but he really fought like a champion. I mean, he did everything he could to try to come victorious tonight. Let's see what the judges say.
Unfortunately, in boxing, you can't win with your heart. Your punching has to do the talking. I think the numbers will not lie when we look at the numbers after this fight. Veronica saying, let me see your face. You did extremely well. All right. We got the cards ready. Let's see what the judges had to say. Here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand, before we go to the scorecards, a round of applause for these two great super featherweight champions in the ring here tonight. Jerry Roth scores it 119 to 109. Nobuako Koe Urtani scores it 115 to 113. Steve Epstein, 119 to 109 to the winner by unanimous decision, El Terrible de la Zona Norte, Tijuana, Mexico, Erik